leaving our hostel in Hanoi, and as the card said, we're heading to Da Nang today. So it should be another exciting transit day. Oh, they helped you cross the road. Fantastic. Thank you. We're at the airport. Okay, so we're through all security and check-ins. It's actually quite easy here in Vietnam. It's nowhere near as strict or as scary as it is in Australia. But we're here, we now got like an hour and a half, 2 hour wait for our flight. So as usual, we're just gonna grab some coffee, maybe something to eat, and then I've been trying to record something and these announcements have done nothing but go for the last like 10 minutes, over and over again. We have a gap. How's your coffee? Oh, these freaking announcements. So it looks like Da Nang's fine at the moment, but then we've got storm, 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 next morning, more storms and more rains. So the 2 days we're there is going to be terrible weather. Yay! Thank you. Waiting for Annie to get out of the bathroom. What do you girls do in the bathroom? Finally! This explosion's terrible. That's a bit better. So we've just arrived in Da Nang. The flight was pretty bumpy on the way in, which I don't necessarily like because I don't really like flying too much. Luckily our hotel is only 4K away from the airport, so it actually should be pretty quick.
Weather already
explosion keeps going in and out.
Yeah, that's happening with the...
Alrighty, we have arrived. Nah, that's not our hotel, just kidding. That's our hotel. This place is a massive improvement for us personally already with the weather. We have semi-wet blue skies. We're about 250 meters from the beach. And it smells a lot better as well. Alright, we're gonna go check in now. Let's go. Oh. Ooh. We are 503. 501. Wow.
Oh, yes. Oh, look at the beds.
Welcome to our crib. Construction site. This room is fantastic, although I might need to get that aircon on. So if I put this in here, that gives us power and air conditioning. And just over there, I don't know if you can see that, just where those trees are, that is the beach, which we are definitely going to check out this afternoon. Okay, so now that we're finally in our room and put our shit down, we are staying in the...
Oh.
There you go.
Huyan
An Hotel. This place is really nice. So it's probably no more than 250 meters from the beach. The big thing we noticed straight off the plane and even coming into landing is the weather here is so much better than back in Hanoi. It's our first time in probably nearly 2 weeks that we've actually seen a little bit of sunshine. The other amazing thing is this room, so I'm just going to give you a bit of a tour if you're ever wondering what sort of it costs. So this room here, we have 2 double beds, we have a TV, a massive window with curtains. The view, well, it is, I'm sure that will be nice when that's all finished. 250 meters from the beach, air conditioning set at 19 degrees, a full shower, toilet and sink. And all of this for 2 nights cost us, what it cost us?
$1 million.
$1 million, which is about...
maybe like 60 bucks.
60 bucks, 50 bucks, 60 bucks. No, not even 60, it'd be like 50 bucks, $50 Australian for 2 nights here. And this is a more upmarket style of hotel. So it really is that cheap when coming over here. So what we're going to do for the rest of the afternoon, actually.
Is it recording?
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so as you would have just seen, obviously we flew from Hanoi to Da Nang, and the reason that we chose to do that was mainly just for the ease of how quick it is. I mean, that was an hour. We got here so fast, that flight felt like nothing at all.
Yeah, that was probably one of the smoothest airport flight and get off transitions I have ever had. Security was super simple. We got there, we sat down, we had a beautiful coffee, and then jumped on a plane. The plane ride seems way quicker than we thought. The leg room in Vietnam Airways is actually really good. And then when we got here, came straight down, very few people in the airport, grabbed our bags, jumped in the cab, and like 10 minutes later we're in our hotel. It's one of the smoothest rides. For us personally, flying was just easier, it was more convenient. Overall, it was a little bit more expensive, but at the end of the day, we were here super fast, super stress-free, and I definitely think spending that little bit more to just be that little bit more comfortable is worth it. A few other little things that we're learning as we're going along. We always like to share what we've learnt. Is when people, obviously did a lot of research before coming here, and looked at other travelers and other YouTubers and TripAdvisors and all these other websites for advice, and what should we be expecting. And what we found, that what a lot of people have said, it's not that it's not true, I just don't think it's exactly 100% correct. Like, there's a few things that's caught us out. First of all, they go, oh, flights within Asia are super cheap. You might have heard something like, buy a throwaway ticket. If you're not too sure where you want to move on to, buy a throwaway ticket. It costs you $30, and then if you don't want to go there, you don't use it, you just throw away a ticket, it's $30 that you've lost. Big whoop. Yes, flights are cheap. You go on to Skyscanner and you jump on, and it's like $70. That is just a ticket price per person for that. If you had no carry-on, if you had no luggage, you were only taking yourself and your mobile phone, then it would be cheap. What they don't tell you is that they charge you, there's all these different fees that then come on. So what was originally a $50 to $70 flight is now like $200 and something. A lot of people really talk up how cheap everything is here. It is here. It is cheap, but we just want to let you know it is a bit more expensive than you do think. I think the cheapest thing we've actually got was, what did we buy?
The cheapest thing
was
we
a
bought
coffee,
was coffee, and that was $20,000.
$20,000.
So that's just over $1 Australian.
$1 Australian.
Apart from that, all the people saying that, food costs you 70 cents for a meal. No,
we haven't found anything here that has cost us 70 cents. Now, once again, we're Aussies, so we're just coming. I know Annie looks like an Aussie. We're converting back to our Australian dollar. Yeah, we actually haven't found anything that's like 20 cents, 50 cents, 70 cents. We just haven't found it. Maybe out there, not saying people are wrong, but if you're an Aussie coming over here, yeah. Same with the hotel booking situation. People go, oh, it's $5 a night, it's $7 a night.
That is correct for one person and for a hostel situation.
Yeah.
But so, you kind of get that in your head and you get really excited thinking, I'm going to get this luxe room for this amount. And that's not actually what is the case at all. So, for example, we did just stay at a hostel. That was $7 a night per person. So for a couple traveling, obviously that's doubled straight away.
So it's $14 a night.
Yeah. And then that is for, like we said, a hostel. That's a bunk in a shared dorm with a shared bathroom. So then we come somewhere like here, and you might sit there and think like, oh my gosh, why are you spending, this cost us $55 for 2 nights. So that's all together for 2 nights staying at this hotel. Why would you be spending that much? You're going to Southeast Asia because it's a cheap place to travel. That is cheap. And honestly, that's higher than what everybody has what the perception is that it was going to be. But for us, that's still okay.
Yeah, for us...
For a hotel especially.
Yeah, for us, it's not breaking the bank too bad paying that, because, as I said, we're trying to... we're converting everything into Australian, so we kind of get an idea. And as Annie said, straight off the bat, $14 for a hostel. Don't get me wrong, the hostel was cool. It was nice and clean. The staff were very helpful and all that sort of stuff, and it was in a good location in Hanoi. Where if you look at a hotel room like this that I just showed you coming through, we've got 2 queen beds, we've got a kettle, we've got fans, we've got air conditioning, we've got our own bathroom, we've got a TV, we've got internet, we get free bottles of water every day? They readjust every day. Replenish it. And per person, per night, we're only looking at $15. So that was just something we wanted to clarify, is that yes, it is cheap. It's not as cheap as probably people make it sound. For us, it's worth that little bit more to pay, and you get a place like this because
but that's a much more realistic price range, to be honest. In Australian dollars, it definitely is much more realistic to expect to pay, say $10 to $15 per person, as opposed to everyone saying it's only going to cost you $5.
So yeah, they're just a few things we wanted to touch on. As I said, that we're learning, and this was a good travel transit day again for us. We seem to be doing this a lot, but I guess that's what you do when you travel through Asia. What else?
Can we get food now?
Yeah, we can get food. So we read a lot before coming here that Da Nang's more just like the stopover because it's not very exciting, or it's more locals than tourists, and if tourists are here, they're only here for a few nights before they head to Hoi An, which is apparently the big one, which is only 30 k's that way anyway. I don't know what they're talking about. I love this place. But I'm not sure if that's just because we're coming from being jam-packed in the middle of Hanoi with no fresh air and a million people coming out to some beautiful big wide streets, lovely sun, the smell of these beautiful fish, and best of all, the beach. So happy about the beach.
Stop it, look at that view.
Alright, I'm going to turn around and we're going to show you the beach.
Oh my god, are you seeing this? Yes.
Alright, Da Nang, you are number 1 on my list so far. We have grass huts, tanning beds, beautiful white beach, nice beautiful clear water, restaurants all around, a few bars,
and
way less people.
Where are these thunderstorms that were meant to happen? The weather is beautiful.
When I showed you in the airport, if you go back to that scene, there's meant to be thunderstorms and shit everywhere, but now it's blue skies and clear and sun. How does the sun feel?
She feels good, mate. She feels real good.
You know, Annie feels good when she turns to a really Australian accent and says, mate. That's when you know she feels good. But this place is amazing. By the way, I say amazing, awesome, and cool a lot. So I do apologise for that if you've noticed that over the last few vlogs. Alright. We're now going to stop walking over this beach and actually go get some food. So we'll catch up with you guys a bit sooner.
Let's get some eats.
A bit sooner, a bit later. We'll catch up with you guys a bit later. So this is called banh mi. It's basically banh mi. Sorry, uncultured swine I am.
You are.
It's a bread roll that they fill with like cucumber and all sorts of different meats and a bit of spice. It costs us 15,000 dong, which is,
oh my god, a new cheapest item on our list.
This is a new cheapest item on our list. Sorry, we were just talking before about how the cheapest thing we got was 20,000. 15,000 is the new cheapest thing on our list, but this shit is delicious. So there'll just be little vendors on the side of the road. Recommend it. Banh mi.
That was not attractive.
Alrighty guys, we've just spent the afternoon walking down on the beach. Yeah, mate, this place is just fantastic. We're over the moon and thrilled to be here. That's going to be it for this vlog today. We will catch you guys tomorrow where we get to spend a full day here and really go explore and embrace the sun. Hopefully the sun. Anyway, alright guys, if you like this vlog, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, do everything. We really appreciate the support. So we'll see you guys next time. Every